begins right now.
Black smoke and flames fill central Ohio skies.
It had to have been probably 100 feet long, the flames.
A tanker truck crashes on a busy interchange, killing one person.
Oh my gosh.
Tonight, we're getting you around the traffic nightmare and gathering new information about what went wrong.
It's been a shocking day.
More team coverage from 10 TV begins now.
From Central Ohio's news leader, this is 10 TV News at 6.
Well, there are images that just take your breath away. Flames filling a Central Ohio freeway. The fire is so big, it made it difficult for firefighters to even find the source. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Jerry Revish.
And I'm Kristen Hartman. We do have team coverage tonight, tracking what caused the fire and how to get where you need to go. Brittany Begley is watching the evening commute from the traffic center. Kevin Landers is tracking the drive on the roads.
But we start with 10 TV's Shelby Croft. She joins us live from the Dublin area at the scene of what was an inferno. Shelby.
That's right. And I want to show you exactly where this happened right here behind me. This is 33 East. That is the ramp to 270 North. It was at the top of that ramp. Now, the ramp will remain closed for about 4 to 7 days while ODOT works on repairs. The fire was intense. It seemed to consume the overpass, and black smoke erupted from the flames. Police aren't sure what caused the accident. They say the tanker rolled on its side and exploded. The driver was killed in this accident. The tanker was carrying thousands of gallons of gas, which went everywhere and made the fire difficult to fight.
The fuel had run down the hill, the slope of the highway, and into the grass area, and they were fighting a grass fire as well as a fuel fire.
Now, ODOT says the damage actually, despite that intense fire, was not that major. It was mostly to the concrete on top. They expect those repairs to take about a week, but they say that bridge is still structurally sound. Now, that ramp will be closed during those repairs, but the rest of the interchange is back open tonight. Reporting live in Dublin, Shelby Croft, 10 TV News.
Shelby, thank you. Brittany Begley has been tracking this traffic alert since this morning. She joins us tonight with what you need to know before you head out the door. Hey,
yeah, the alerts started coming into our newsroom around 10:30 this morning, and now at 6:02, you're still going to see delays this evening. We're talking about the area of 33 eastbound at 270, and our traffic cameras will still show you a tow truck on the scene. Here's what's happening now. US 33 eastbound is shut down at 270 northbound, the ramp. What will happen is they'll detour you, so they'll make you take US 33 eastbound to 270 southbound, hop onto Tuttle, back onto 270. Now, I just checked traffic in the area. The roads are wet, but traffic is moving on 270. That is not the story for taking Riverside Drive this evening. You're going to see stop-and-go traffic on Riverside Drive, also about 34 miles per hour on 315. So a lot going on in our traffic center. Wake up with us bright and early. We're going to start giving you more alerts in the Dublin area starting tomorrow morning at 4:25.
Thanks, Brittany. We want to get a closer look at this detour, so let's go to 10 TV's Kevin Landers, now live, driving in that area. Kevin, what are you seeing?
We just drove through that detour, and I can tell you, you have to drive very slowly because there are orange cones that are making those lanes narrow. But overall, it's pretty good outside. Despite the rain, the traffic is moving very, very well. We're on 270 East right now, and as you can see, traffic moving great. Now imagine driving by this tanker explosion before emergency crews even got there. Well, that's what Doug and Carla Rose did, and their video tells the story.
Oh my gosh.
This is a cell phone video moments before a tanker truck exploded on US 33 East onto 270.
I just was in complete shock. It just blew my mind to see the massive, all the smoke and the fire. It was huge.
Their video not only shows a 100-yard stretch of flames, but also the grass below catching fire.
When we were pulling up to it, it had to have been 40, 50 feet in the air, and then whatever was in the truck spilled down over the edge and just caught all the grass and everything on fire.
The couple says they came across the fire before emergency crews arrived and could see panicked drivers trying to get away.
It had to have just happened because people were still just reacting to it, and there was no authority, no fire. We could hear them coming, but they hadn't arrived yet, so that was another indicator that it was fast.
The couple says as they drove by, they could feel the heat.
Well, you could feel the heat coming through the window.
The Galena couple says normally they'd be at work, but they just returned from vacation and took the day off to run errands.
That's crazy.
They never dreamed they would be this close to a disaster.
It was just a sight to see. You know, it was insane, mind-blowing.
Now, the couple tells me had they left their house a little bit earlier, there's a good chance they would have been on that ramp and possibly right behind that tanker. Reporting live in Northeast Columbus, Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.
Kevin, thank you. Of course, we'll be tracking the investigation into just what caused that crash, as well as all the traffic issues. You'll see updates here on air and online 24/7 at 10tv.com, Facebook, and Twitter.
And all this happened under a rainy, dreary sky in Central Ohio today. Ashley Barrissey is in for Chris, tracking when it will feel like January again.
Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of a bounce back to spring before it goes back to that January type of weather, just in time for February, Jerry. But we have had thicker clouds that have been rolling through the area. I know it's dark out now, but this is a little time lapse from earlier this evening down in Chillicothe. No sign of the sun. Oh, where did it go? It's going to be a while before we can see it. We have been looking at some light rain showers rolling through the area, all part of a low pressure system off to our east, but we haven't been dealing with heavy rain causing any kind of flooding like other areas of the country. And some of that rain has been moving off to the south and even the west just because of the counterclockwise motion of that low pressure system. 48 degrees right now in Columbus, so we are well above average, where our typical highs this time of year would be in the 30s. Tonight we will bottom out in the upper 30s, 39 degrees with some patchy fog developing, so we will time that out and talk about how it could affect your morning drive and when you need to bust out the mittens, because flurries are in your full forecast as well.
Right, thanks a lot, Ashley. New details tonight in the shooting at a Central Ohio high school that happened at West Liberty High in Champaign County Friday morning. That's about 45 minutes northwest of Columbus, as you see on this map. Today, during the suspect's first moment in court, a judge demanded he remain in the juvenile detention center.
10 TV's Laura Borchers spent the day in the community. She has details on an unexpected effort underway.
Today it's quiet here on the grounds of the school, and you can see the sign posted that indicates there are no classes today. Tomorrow there will be sheriff's deputies welcoming students as they come back.
911, what's the location of your emergency? Hi, we're at West Liberty Salem High School. You're the shooter.
West Liberty Salem school leaders hope the frenzied exit during Friday's school shooting will be replaced with an uneventful re-entry tomorrow. Superintendent Craig Hissong said the 16-year-old student Logan Cole, who was hurt, is improving from his critical gunshot injuries. One other student suffered a minor wound. The suspected gunman remains in the juvenile detention center, and while some Champaign County residents cannot understand what could have possibly pushed the teen to open fire in school, there is another group with an unexpected mission.
You just can't imagine getting that phone call that there has been a shooting at your kid's school.
From their kitchens,
so I'm making poppy seed bread.
Several women cook up a warm helping of forgiveness.
And just let them know that we really care, that the community, I have such a heart for that family. I don't know that family from Adam, but all I can think of as a mom, how would I feel? And I know today is a hard day. All I want to do is just go hug and love on these people.
Tammy Moore is one of many community members who have already sent cards to the charged shooter's family. While she says that family is getting plenty of the opposite feedback, her focus is praying for everyone involved. Tammy and Jolie Burkett say it has become their calling to reach out with compassion to the family of the student now charged with loading a 12-gauge shotgun and firing at fellow students. And like others in their small West Liberty community, they're also baking and praying for the entire student body and teachers. They anticipate a difficult return to classes Tuesday.
Hopefully they can walk through the halls and the images that could go through their minds, you know, that the Lord would take those away, that they could just be calm.
As you can see, there are cameras along the school grounds here, but as of now, what they captured last Friday has not been released. In West Liberty, I'm Laura Borchers, 10 TV News.
And we should point out the student in custody now faces 13 charges, and the Champaign County prosecutor said he will push to try the teen as an adult.
New at 6, new help on 2 fronts in the battle against human trafficking in Ohio. Today, Ohio Attorney General Mike DeWine announced a new program aimed at identifying and protecting children at risk for being trafficked. State agencies will work with local police to help identify the young people most vulnerable and train officers on how to intervene.
And we still think this is a grossly underreported crime. We still think that, there's just a lot of kids out there who are being trafficked in one form or another.
DeWine also announced funding to provide safe, sober housing for trafficking survivors. 10 TV has told you before about Franklin County's Catch Court program. It helps trafficking survivors break the cycle of abuse and addiction in jail. Well, today, DeWine announced nearly $130,000 in funding is going to Amethyst, which provides housing for the women of Catch Court and their children.
It's everything, quite honestly. It's the part that if you don't have a safe place to live, you're not going to be able to focus on the treatment and on getting better. So a lot of the women that we come from have been trafficked fairly frequently and fairly recently. And so if they don't have a safe place to live away from their traffickers, they're going to get back into the lifestyle very, very quickly.
This grant announced today will cover the costs of housing 12 survivors for a 2-year period. You can read the Attorney General's 2016 annual report on human trafficking in Ohio and learn more about Catch Court right now at 10tv.com.
The words alternative facts dominated the headlines this weekend.
We may not fully understand when we come out, but our intention is never to lie to you.
New at 6:15, our political anchor Scott Light on the White House, and if the press secretary is telling the truth.
Well, it's felt a little bit like a weather roller coaster ride, and that's because we've been tracking a wacky weather pattern. This is what's ahead. A warm and windy Wednesday with flurries. Yes, flurries returning by Thursday and Friday. Time it all out so you can get the kids ready for school this week.
Closed captioning on 10 TV is sponsored by the Original Mattress Factory.
The 2017 MX Turbo all-wheel drive for $389 a month for 36 months. See your Lexus dealer.
We're talking today about cremette pasta. So do you have any classic recipes?
Just my mother-in-law's chicken noodle casserole. My husband loves it.
How about one you created?
Me? No.
Sorry. What about your Tex-Mex lasagna?
Really? Better than your mom's casserole?
Yeah.
For all your classics, new and old, trust the pasta that's cooked up perfectly for over 100 years. Cremette, always a classic.
Life is better with you.
Whatever you're doing this winter, Toyota Camry is bold enough, stylish enough, and advanced enough to make life better. Now, during Toyota's winter savings event, get a Camry with $2,000 customer cash, 0% financing plus $1,000 bonus cash, or a $199 a month lease. See why life is better in a Camry. Now through January 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
It's a new day, the start of something big, because Time Warner Cable is now Spectrum, redefining what a cable company can be, delivering more free HD than ever before, plus thousands of free on-demand titles, just $29.99 a month when you call 844-348-2999. With Spectrum Internet, enjoy the fastest starting speeds, 60 megabits per second. That's enough speed for all your devices. Plus no data caps and a free modem, just $29.99 a month. And with Spectrum Voice, get reliable, unlimited nationwide calling, plus unlimited calling to Canada, Puerto Rico, and Mexico, all with no added taxes or fees. Just $29.99 a month. Call 844-348-2999. With Spectrum TV, Internet, and Voice, you get it all, with no contracts and our 30-day money-back guarantee. Call 844-348-2999. Welcome to a new day. Welcome to Spectrum.
Doppler 10 Weather Bug is sponsored by Subaru. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
And we continue to follow breaking news this hour. If you're waiting for a loved one to come home tonight from work, this could be why they may be a little late. The State Transportation Department says US 33 eastbound at 270 northbound in the Dublin area will remain closed for several days for repairs. Here's what it looked like this morning. A fuel tanker crashed, killing one person, the driver, we're told. Investigators are still looking into what went wrong. You might remember this major interchange just opened last month. It went from several clover leaves to one long ramp. The $68 million project was aimed at improving driver safety with fewer curves. This is one of the busiest interchanges in the Dublin area.
Let's get to the latest from the White House now, and a weekend of headlines. President Trump's new press secretary gave the White House press corps a tongue lashing over the weekend, then refused to take questions and just walked out of the room. So, what happened today on the first full working day of the Trump administration? Our political anchor Scott Light watched the press conference, and you have the answer, my friend.
Kind of some high drama coming into today, but Sean Spicer had a different tone today after he got criticized over the weekend for blasting the media and also for quoting some incorrect information himself. Let's go back to Saturday. Spicer ripped the media for making comparisons about the size of President Trump's inauguration compared to President Obama's first inauguration in 2009. President Trump made the claims that there were more than 1 million people on the National Mall on his inauguration day, but that's believed to be inflated by hundreds of thousands. Mr. Spicer also had incorrect numbers on people who rode the metro into D.C. inauguration day. So today, Spicer was asked about telling the truth to the media and therefore the American public.
It's an honor to do this, and yes, I believe that we have to be honest with the American people. I think sometimes we can disagree with the facts. There are certain things that we may not fully understand when we come out, but our intention is never to lie to you.
Now, Spicer did stick to his claim from Saturday that the Trump inauguration, I should say, was the biggest effort ever when you factor in the crowd, TV ratings, and people watching on their phones and their computers.
And Scott, you did some checking on TV viewership at the very least.
Yeah, those numbers are still solid. We know those numbers from history, so take a look. Ronald Reagan still king of the hill here when it comes to television viewership. 41 million watched Reagan's inauguration. President Obama next, 37 million. Then Jimmy Carter, 34. 33 million Americans watched Richard Nixon's big day. And then there's President Trump at more than 30 million TV viewers last week.
All right, taking it all in. The transition of power.
That's right, day one is what they're calling it, this working day one from the White House.
All right. Thank you, Scott.
You got it.
CBS Evening News will have a detailed look at this big day in D.C. that's coming up right after 10 TV News at 6.
Well, it hasn't been a lot of fun in the Weather Center today. No sunshine to talk about. Folks in the short north are walking with umbrella in hand. It's just a dreary, rainy night in central Ohio. Ashley says showers could linger tomorrow as well.
That's right. And by the time we get to Wednesday, those umbrellas could be flipped inside out because of wind gusts.
Oh, my.
And then you can pitch them on Thursday and Friday when Old Man Winter makes his return, Jerry. I know. So much to think about as you're preparing the family for the week because you're going to have to add the layers and add the umbrella, and we have it all for you in our full forecast. Let's look at our time-lapse footage right now of the State House, where you can see it was a damp commute for the evening rush hour drivers. And so we're not looking at any kind of flooding tonight with the rain showers, but a couple of those light showers could stick around. This is our Doppler 10 live radar right now, where we do have a few light showers right here within the I-270 loop, and then predominantly south of I-70 as well, here in Commercial Point, down to Circleville, and even over towards Washington Courthouse. So these are just periods of on and off showers, and we're not talking about any kind of thunderstorm activity, but much heavier rain off to our west closer to Dayton. So if you have anyone that would be traveling tonight or even in the morning along I-70 going west, you're going to have lower visibility because of some misty fog-like conditions and some light rain up in northeast Ohio. This is because of this weather maker here, a low pressure system giving us this counterclockwise motion of rain coming from our east. And we do have some fog that is starting to settle in. 3-mile visibility here in Columbus, same down in Circleville and Delaware, 4 miles in Marysville, London, and Lancaster. And we're going to see that fog thicken overnight. Now, come 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, our outlying areas could dip below a 2-mile visibility range and even less than a mile in Marysville, according to this fog forecast, come 6:30 in the morning. So just be aware of that. You might want to give yourself a little extra drive time in the morning because of the reduced visibility. 47 degrees right now with winds out of the east-northeast at 8 miles per hour, and really in the 40s for the most part throughout central Ohio. One of the cooler spots, Kenton at 40, but 45 down in Circleville and Chillicothe. Tonight, we bottom out around 40 degrees. We'll call 39 our overnight low with those misty, foggy conditions. Our hour-by-hour forecast shows you that some of those showers will start to move out, but we could get another round of them in the early morning hours. And it's not going to be anything heavy. More cloudy skies come Wednesday, but by the afternoon, we could have another round of some rain showers coming in. So we're 10 degrees above average tomorrow. Gusty winds Wednesday. It'll be warm and windy with gusts up to 30 miles per hour, 55 for a high. But come Thursday, we start to see those temperatures go down a bit, and we will be in the 30s. Let me get you back there. We'll be back in the 30s come Friday and Saturday with some flurries back in the forecast.
And then it looks to stay pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's feel
Flurries,
more
but no accumulation,
cold.
huh?
Right. As of right now, you won't need the shovels.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Jerry.
Thank you so much.
The cup half full, right?
There it is.
We go. 10 TV's Dom DeBerry joins us now for sports.
And we all know it's always a Buckeye football season around here. Winter conditioning underway for the Ohio State football team. Buckeyes looking to bounce back from a disappointing loss in the Fiesta Bowl to Clemson. And because of that 31-0 loss, Urban Meyer making some changes with his offense. The Buckeyes have a new quarterback coach in Ryan Day and a new offensive coordinator in Kevin Wilson. Quarterback J.T. Barrett telling us he agrees with the changes and that the new coaches are one of the reasons he decided to come back.
You know, we get set in our ways sometimes, but change is also a good thing. You know, change is not always bad, and so I think it was needed. And I mean, when you think back in 2013, when on our defensive side of the ball we were struggling, and changes were made there. Now you look at our defense. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of the things that just trying to keep things new and fresh, and I think that's what happened.
Well, the Blue Jackets with 2 games to go before they head into the All-Star break, including tomorrow night on the road at the Islanders. That'll be followed by a trip to Nashville on Thursday. Jackets playing with some confidence, coming off of back-to-back wins, but then again, no one is satisfied.
I think the 6 periods we've played here the past couple of nights, the coaches' voices have slowly just gone down, and we've just tried to, we've certainly trying to coach them, but there's no sense in where I think we're at as a team right now to grind away on them and kick them. We're trying to help them.
Tough loss for the Ohio State men's basketball team on Sunday as Northwestern knocks the Bucks off 74-72. The loss snapping a 2-game winning streak for Ohio State. You know, this was the Wildcats' first win in Columbus since 1977 and the first ever win in the Schottenstein Center.
I would hope it leaves a bitter taste in all of our mouths, because how we've been playing coming up into this, and then to play how we played, come out how we came out today is just mind-boggling.
National holidays, National Measure Your Feet Day, National Handwriting Day, and National Rhubarb Pie Day. So have a piece of rhubarb, you know, is...
While you're measuring your feet.
Huh?
While you're measuring your feet.
You know, that one makes me, I mean, who comes up with these?
We should all measure our feet and make sure we wear the right size shoes. Well, that's how the holiday started.
But your shoe size doesn't
Come on
really
over.
change.
Maybe later we'll measure each other's feet.
Okay. That's what you'll catch us doing behind the scenes.
I'll tell you, that's so exciting. Final check of the forecast coming up.
And new roads and a new Silverado at $399 a month with no money down at Jeff Weiler in Canal, Winchester.
Give your bathroom a new look with a Pace vanity from Menards. The 30-inch Murano vanity is only $189. Or check out the 60-inch Plantation for only $429. Finish your project with new tiles from Mohawk. Ceramic wall tiles are perfect for bathrooms or kitchens. 3x6-inch tiles in 2 colors, 17 cents each. Mosaic stone and glass tile comes in a variety of patterns, just $8.99 each. Now during the Menard Day sale.
Save big money at Menards. 120 years. A lot has happened in 120 years. Byers Auto has seen 2 world wars, the Industrial Revolution, the stock market crash and rebound, baby booms, Woodstocks, moonshots, the internet. You want to know how we made it 120 years? We've grown and thrived because we put our customers first every single time. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think we've earned some cake.
Buy your auto from Byers Auto. Visit ByersAuto.com.
Is your wallet feeling a little lighter after the holidays? Start the new year off right with WOW. Not only will you get $180 in savings when you sign up for an annual plan, but we'll also help you find the right TV and internet package to make the most of your new tech gifts. Right now you can get the popular bundle of 30 megabits per second internet, TV, and your choice of one premium channel for as little as $64.99 per month. This offer only goes until February 6th, so don't miss out. Hurry and sign up today and save big.
Shop Chess Round in Delaware and choose from a brand new Chevy Equinox or GMC Terrain, just $185 a month with no money down. That's $185 a month, both with no money down. Only at Chess Round.
If you've had water in your basement, don't depend on Band-Aid fixes. Caulking cracks, moving gutters, changing landscaping. These might hide the problem temporarily. Even a short dry spell might make you think everything is back to normal. But with every rainstorm, you'll dread walking downstairs, wondering what you'll find. Invest in a permanent repair that protects the value of your home and rest easier the next time it rains. Contact Ohio Basement Authority today for a free inspection and estimate.
New GMCs from $199 per month. Check out the savings at dantobin.com.
Lindsay Honda's first annual Trade-a-thon 2017.
No reasonable offer will be refused.
Trade almost anything that doesn't eat or breathe. So clean out the attic, clean out the garage. You name it, we'll take it and pay fair market value.
We'll make you a deal that'll keep you smiling all year long.
Like a new 2017 Honda Civic, $169 a month, or a Honda Accord, only $189 a month.
Don't hold back. Don't wait around. Get this year started off right.
This winter, save on the adventurous Toyota RAV4, which has more horsepower than Nissan Rogue and no-cost maintenance you can't get on Honda CR-V. Now get 0.9% financing on RAV4 or $1,000 customer cash. Toyota, let's go places.
10 TV Skyview is sponsored by Tempstar Heating and Cooling Products and Classic Air.
Well, as we take a look at tomorrow's forecast, we are going to have drier conditions, but for tonight, we are contending with some rain showers this evening, and we will bottom out right around 40 degrees overnight.
We need to import some sunshine. I mean, we really, really do, this grayness.
Yeah, it's going to come. So we're going to dry out for 11, though, right?
We should be dried out for the most part at 11 o'clock. Some isolated areas might have some misty conditions, but fog also tonight.
All right,
so next time we'll see our cars.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for joining us.
See you at 11.